Hello, everyone, and welcome to the WSSEA 2025-26 season, powered by LandFest. We got a new face tonight here in Eki as he's ready to bring you some Valorant action to everybody. How we feeling tonight, Eki?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. I gotta admit, very excited to be doing this cast with you. Subbing in, of course, but that doesn't take any of the fun away from it. I always like covering games when I get the opportunity to do so. So I mean, first time covering Valorant. I'm feeling pretty good about it. Might be a little shaky, but I mean, when is anything ever perfect,
We say the bare minimum requirement here is always just to have some fun. So that's what we'll be looking to do here tonight. Two schools, Ephrata 3-1 on the regular season, 1-3 for Walla. A little bit of a tough start for them. And honestly, they're probably going to need a win here tonight if they want to look to get into that postseason. So it might be a little bit of a tough matchup for them.
Yeah, and I mean, I always love matches that are contentious in nature. I love games that determine who's going to be going into the playoffs, who's going to be on the outside looking in, because they're always fun. Both teams are going to be bringing their A game no matter what, and they're going to be playing their hearts out because they don't want their season to be over. They want to keep going on. They want to have a reason to continue playing, in matches that are contentious in nature, ones that determine who's going to be going in and staying out of playoffs, are always the best ones to cover, hands down. It doesn't matter what game you're covering.
Well, Ephrata, it's only their second year in Valorant, but they've been playing very well. They've got new rising stars in Monkey and Jake, who's been playing CSGO, so is very familiar, with these types of first-person shooters. So a little bit more of a defensive squad, but certainly doing very well at 3-1 this season. Before we get into the game here today, though, I do want to give a quick shout-out to one of our sponsors in that of Zotac. Give a huge shout out to Zotac for powering today's stream. And thanks to their incredible support, we're able to bring this broadcast to all of you, helping to showcase all the amazing talent here in Scholastic Esports. So make sure you show your appreciation to Zotac Gaming by giving them a shout out on social media, joining that Discord, and don't forget to use hashtag powered by Zotac or hashtag ZotacUSA when you post. Maybe let us know who you think is going to win today's game.
And I mean, I guess, speaking of letting us know who you think is going to win today's game, who are you thinking is going to take home the dub today? Because, I mean,
well,
I got to go with my gut here. I love rooting for the underdog. So I think by default, I'm just going to go ahead and root for Walla. I think that's that's my mindset going into this one. Who are you hoping to pull out of this one, though?
I mean, I love Walla. They're a great school with a lot of talent. Blue Devils, it's one of my favorite mascots out there as well. But unfortunately, they've had a tough go on this season 1-3. We've got to see Ephrata a couple times, and they are a very talented squad together. So I don't often gamble. If I was going to be, it'd be a safe bet for me. I'm going to go with Ephrata on this one. So we'll take a look at the agent selection here, though, as we get ready for Bind, one of my personal favorite maps. So I'm excited for this one here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I've only played Bind a couple of times. Like I said, not a lot of experience with Valorant, but I do play a lot of CS. So I imagine the transfer is kind of similar, just a lot of abilities and stuff thrown in the mix. So I think playing it is one thing, casting it is definitely going to be another thing. But hey, like you said, it's going to be fun. We got two great teams going up against each other, and unfortunately, one's just going through a rough patch. But I mean, it's a playoff decider most likely. So I think, like I said earlier, both teams going to be duking it out. It's going to be bare knuckle boxing most likely on Bind here as we slowly but surely get this match underway.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, we see smokes on both sides. You've got the Omen for smokes, Brim on the other side of thing here. Cypher has those trips, really good at kind of watching for the flank. We're making it tough to enter sight, but on the other side of things, Chamber finally starting to make his way back into things. Jake loves sniping, and Chamber has that free op, basically, that tour day force. So I always look forward to this pistol round. It kind of helps set the tone and the pace of the first couple rounds to follow. So always nice to start off on the right foot here on Bind, of course. You see Ephrata on that left side there on the top left is going to be defending starting out. Walla on attack. Typically, this map is a little bit more defender favored, but at the Scholastic level, we've really seen it go both ways.
Yeah, and I mean, it is... Jesus, I'm struggling over the words right now. It is going to be I think, close game. I know I've said it a couple times here, but the pistol round is always the most exciting round to watch. And Really, it looks like both teams here are just kind of taking it slow. It looks like we're going to be having, I believe this is Ephrata playing a little bit further back on the defensive side of things. But of course, as I say, that trail mix is pushing forward, going to be taking the fight there. Will win one on the catwalk area here, and it will be a trade. It's a 1-for-1. Spike going down. It looks like Walla Walla will have a nice position to take this hold.
Yeah, you're now Swing finds one of the head. Pickle Lover does go down here. Mango Tango trying to shift in toward Lamp side. Got the classic in hand, and now they begin to close it. The pincer play. Shot from English. He does find one. Monkey, the trade is there as well. And Ephrata on the retake has 3 standing. A nice first round start for them.
Yeah, very good start for the side of Ephrata. And honestly, I really thought things were going to go a little bit better for the side of Walla Walla. I thought they had a pretty nice position, but I guess they squandered it. Maybe took different spots that weren't as advantageous for them, and that will set them back around. So Ephrata really showing that they are 3-1 so far in this season, and I think they're looking to make it 4-1. And I think if Walla Walla is able to take this home, it's going to be a really good morale boost for them. Could have them go 3-3 throughout the rest of the season, but we are going to be pushing up toward, I believe this is B.
Yeah, toward the B site, tucked in toward Hookah. The dog does find one. Slink concussed here momentarily. Trying to play close with this Bucky. Can be a devastating shotgun as Deadlock looks to inch in. The Prowler does concuss one. Shots ring out, and Monkey finds the headshot.
Another goes down. It's 4 away for Walla Walla. It is only Trail Mix, or sorry, not Trail Mix. It is only, I believe that's Cypher on the side of Walla Walla, who is still alive. Mango Tango looking for something at this point. Anything really will set up their team for at least a little bit of a better position in the coming round. But we do have someone pushing through toward the Cypher. Mango Tango looking into that smoke, wants someone to peek desperately, but he is not being given that opportunity. And I believe they're going to be backing away here, looking at their flank. Smoke clears. Player is gone. They peek around the corner. They're spotted. But Mango Tango is not able to find the pick. Will go down. It's a 1-kill round for the side of Walla Walla. And I think now being down 2, they should be able to buy. Economy should be evened out here. And we should be able to see a little bit more action from both sides.
Yeah, I love the name Mango Tango, but you're absolutely right. You know, you lose that first round, typically you want to eco out, so you don't often win the second round. You tend to lose those 2 in a row. So here is that important round for Walla Walla. They find themselves with a full buy, a full set of rifles. Meanwhile, Ephrata on that bonus round, some SMGs, some shotties, and a snipe here to work with. So an opportunity for Walla Walla to get a round on the board.
Yeah, and we have Walla Walla slowly pushing their way forward. Ooh, a nice pick. Mango Tango with a 1-tap on 2. I believe this is a peak record. Will go down. Ephrata now down 2 as they slowly move their way into the site. They're executing this push, and they will find 2. I believe they got an Omen in that as well. So having 2 down, trying to slowly push your way into the site, really going to be beneficial for you here as we see them. Admittedly, they're still playing a little bit slow. I would imagine after 2 picks, you would want to try and, put your foot on the gas a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the numbers advantage, but I think just being cautious, respecting the snipe here of Jake on the outlaw, and he's clicking heads and getting bread. My man dropping bodies to bring it back to a 3v3. The switch out catches Neon and Brim in utility, but Pickle Lover comes away with the kill. The spike is down in an awkward spot here as well, and with only 38 seconds, it's going to get exponentially tougher here for Walla Walla.
Yeah, Walla Walla is going to find themselves in an increasingly tighter position. The pressure is going to build slowly but surely, and they need to be very careful. They're going to lose Small Gremlin. Jake Grafton going to be able to find that pick. They will not be able to pick up the spike. Yes, they will now. Hawk goes out, rather. They go for the teleporter, try to get the plant onto A. I don't believe there's anyone defending it here. They have all of their resources set up on B. Spike will go down. 6 seconds left. Now 4. And it goes down, gives enough time for, I believe this is Jake, to try and peek. Gets flashbanged, will try to play back, peeks out once more. No play here just yet. Gets taken down by Sharky. They have one more player to deal with here. They can't hit the shots. It's missing, and they manage to find the headshot. They will get the kill. That will be another round, or I guess the first round, rather, for Walla Walla.
Sharky only had 13 health left. It was a must-win round. You felt like if they lose that full buy round, it usually leads to an eco round to follow, and you don't want to be down 4-0. Walla able to get within striking distance now here, and still has some funds to scrap into this round. We see nearly a full set of rifles there. You have the Bulldog, which can be a devastating weapon as well, but equally on the other side, a full set of rifles as well. The snipe is out of Jake's hand, so it might be a little bit easier to try to pressure on sight here.
Yeah, and I imagine with a site this open, that sniper makes a very big difference. A little bit of a beef on that play on Cat. No Elim found. And now I believe we're going to be seeing some execution onto the site. Flashbang coming out onto Jake will go down. Sharky is able to find that pick. And now that will be a trade. Sharky will go down. It's a 4v4 on a site here as they back their way into showers. They will try to find another. They do. It is a 2 for 3. Now a 1v3 on a site here, and they know exactly where the last man standing is. Mango Tango will go down. Trail Mix finds the pick, and that will make it 3-1 in terms of score. Ephrata up with that third round.
Now Monkey sitting at 6-1. He's that young and rising star the coach was talking about before we got going here today. But honestly, everybody playing very nicely on both sides. Sharky kind of being that shining star on the other side here momentarily. But you take a look at the economy, and now we see that it's in trouble. And so you want to be able to save together so that you can buy together. We do see a couple of these players opting to buy in when you want to typically stay around that 1,800 credit mark. So this could come back to haunt them here a bit.
Yeah, if they don't play their cards right, things could go downhill very quickly. We do see some util used, and it will not be successful, at least for the most part. Not a lot of effectiveness coming out from it. Players are kind of just standing around waiting for something to happen. That will be a pick. Trail Mix able to find the one tap onto Mango Tango, and unfortunately just couldn't control the spray for the side of Mango Tango. Won't be able to find that kill. And now Trail Mix will find the Elim onto Sharky. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Love to see some trigger discipline in this level of play. So now we have, I believe this is Trail Mix again, slowly making their way forward. Will get concussed and will not be able to find the extra pick.
And now swinging at mid. Small Gremlin spots one, but it's Monkey on the double kill. Brim left all alone. He's been spotted from the back. It's peak record on the Yoru. And just like that, Ephrata continues their tear of domination. Now up 4-1, but it was an eco round for Walla. We saw a couple members buy in, and this is where it leads to trouble. 3 with pistols, 2 with SMGs last round. Now we see only 3 can get rifles. It's a scrappy buy here for this squad, and so the economy, an equally important aspect of the game here.
Yeah, I mean, like you said earlier, you want to save together so you can buy together. That's one of the most important things about any game like this. CS, Valorant, anything with an economy that you have to manage on top of trying to play your life and keep these weapons that you have. It's very important that you manage your economy well. And there was a little bit of hesitation earlier in the round, but now we see a slow execute. I believe they're just going to be bunching up in this catwalk area here. A little bit of zoning coming off, trapping that player inside of the lamp room. Jake will be able to find an elimination onto Small Gremlin. Nice headshot will get them a player advantage. Trail Mix peeking out from lamp, doesn't find anyone in the immediate peak, but could potentially find someone else if they decide to swing out. But it looks like Walla trying to play further back and bide their time as they try and make an execute into the site.
Sharky almost catches the omen here as they dip into the portal here. That's going to be Trail Mix. We see a slight rotation on the mini-map from Ephrata as well. The A site begins to open up a little bit. Mango Tango spots one, will dip back as well. That's Jake here. Has the Tour de Force, but with Vandal in hand is going to opt to not use it, teleporting away toward the heaven side. Shots ring out, not able to hit the mark just yet, and eventually Mango Tango will go down.
Yeah, that's a nice pick for them to have. That will be Sharky fighting 2. A beautiful play from Sharky, the double headshot Elim. And that will give them a nice bit of positioning. Bomb goes down, or Spike goes down rather, as we do see, I believe it's a Slink Swing. They will find 2 in shower, and now they are slowly pushing their way forward. They are trying to find this last player, get the Elim onto them. That will be, I believe, Yoru getting taken down here. That will be peak record. Will get taken down. Lamp gets taken down, but no time on the clock for Sharky to really do anything here. And at the stage of the round that they were in, it's just very important to find as many picks as possible.
Yeah, I mean, could they have gotten that last kill before time expired? It would have been the ace and the round win. Just not enough time to find a way to plant that spike. So Sharky having one heck of a game here, almost into double-digit kills, much like Monkey on the other side of things. But it's been consistent round wins for Ephrata here as they continue to string them along. They begin to build that economy, a full set of rifles, and things looking nice at the moment for Ephrata. But again, we talked about it. This map, a little bit more of a defensive one.
Yeah, and I mean, I can see why this map would definitely be a little bit more defender-sided than attacker-sided. The layout really plays into that. A lot of tight corridors for the defenders to kind of just stare down, and if you so much as peek them, you have a very high chance of being eliminated. We will see, I believe there's a wolf coming out from Sharky. They will go through into window, will not find anything. That will be a pick. It will be, I believe, 2 picks now for the side of Walla Walla. They are going to have a very nice position in here, numbers advantage, but gotta play it a little bit more carefully. You know, I think they've got a little bit of a worry in their head. Good flash coming out onto Slink Swing will have them blinded, and they have to play back. That smoke also doing a lot of good work. Spike going down, Sharky planting it, and I do believe here we're going to be seeing a successful hold. At least that's what I feel will happen. Good pick from Jake, though. Could find another, will find another.
The Tour de Force, the one-hitter quitter. Slink Swing applies some assistance here. The blind is good, though. Pickle with the classic. Now peak record, able to trade back. It's a 2v1. Walla Walla, Cypher, the last one standing. Mango Tango spots the head, and now sends him into an early grave. Just one left to go here in deadlock time. Ticking away, and now it's Slink Swing who has to make something happen. As we can hear that fast beep, it takes 7 to find the defusal. He's going to have to get on it right away. And I don't think there's enough time. Walla Walla has secured a second and very important round.
I think if that pick had came out from Slink Swing just maybe a second and a half sooner, they would have had the opportunity to find the Elam and then find the round for their team. But that is not the way it folded out. A little hesitant, a little slow to round the corner. Couldn't find the pick that they needed, and that will be a second round for Walla Walla. So they're not, you know, really close in terms of rounds so far. And correct me if I'm wrong, I do believe it is 1st to 13 here. So
yeah.
First team to get 8, or I guess first team, I say Ephrata needs to just get 8 more rounds here to take it home. And the way they've been playing, I don't think that's really out of the question.
Yeah, I mean, luckily Ephrata does force in, but it's still not a full set of rifles. So Walla Walla has the gun advantage here. They need to make sure they win this round as well, and trying to force these economic problems to continue for Ephrata. All the pressure mounting toward the A site, 2 in toward Showers, 2 up short here as well, but it's Trail makes on the run and gun. English, now Sharky, combined for 2, and Walla Walla trying to fight back.
Walla Walla trying to claw their way back into it here. They will find another one. Mango Tango finds the pick onto Jake here. And now, player pushing out from Lamp will find a headshot. Monkey is going to be able to find that pick on to English. And now there's only 2 players left on the side of Ephrata. And now Sharky going down. That'll make it a 2v2. One player playing in the high ground window area. Trying to peek out. Does get taken down by Mango Tango. It's one man standing for Ephrata. And they will try to push out Monkey, the rising star, trying to push out. Will get taken down by Mango Tango, watching the angle. That's another round on the board for Walla Walla.
Walla Walla beginning to battle back a bit here and putting that economy in check. We'll find them with rifles in hand once more. On the other side of things, we saw a couple members forcing in with no extra funds. So Slink Swing not going to have an ideal buy. Trail Mix as well. They've got 3 rifles to work with, however, so it is something. But Ephrata had some rounds to give. They should have maybe ecoed out a little bit. They're kind of giving Walla Walla a little bit of an easier entry back into this game than really they should have.
Yeah, and I mean, not to their discredit, I mean, they are trying, it's very obvious, but Walla Walla, I think they've maybe found their groove, at least a little bit of it. Peek will try to peek out, will not find anything, does have to dip back. Sharky, flashbang, trying to peek around the corner, and I do believe they're going to be taking it a little bit slower on this one. They know that the rotate is probably in effect, and I do believe we see on the minimap people coming from A over to B, so it will most likely, by the time Walla Walla is able to get themselves into a position where they'd be able to push into B. It'll be a 5v5. At this point, I think it'd be safer just to try and rotate, maybe leave one and go, but Monkey goes down. Pickle Lover able to find the headshot.
Yeah, I mean, Pickle finds this with that smoke there. They should just dip into the portal and get a fast pressure toward A, but hanging out momentarily. Trail Mix toying with the idea of teleporting into Gardens here. He's got the bucket. He wants to get close, but they know right where he is. Spraying through the wall. Mango Tango reads to play it well. They find a second pick, and now with the ult from Cypher, they're going to know exactly where everybody is. Yoru on that A site lingering over, but begins to shift back, and now the site will be open for Walla Walla.
And Walla fakes the plant. Now they go for it. Sharky goes down. Wall bang from Peak Record. Good read. Another. They find English. They're trying to spam through. They get 2 picks here. That is going to be fantastic for the side of Ephrata. They go for the plant now. Mango Tango sticking it on site. Will get it down with 10 seconds left on the clock. Mango Tango goes down. 1 man left. It is Brim on the side of Walla trying to defend this spike with all their might. 76 health. No armor to speak of. And they're getting pinched from all sides. Full flash. They tried to go for the soul read onto Peak Record, but nothing will come out of it. That'll be another round for Ephrata as they go 6-3.
Yeah, really close round for Walla, and it felt like they were going to be able to solidify it. They had the first 2 picks. It was the wall bang from Yoru that really began to turn the round around, and it comes on to Sharky as well, who's been that shining star for Walla. So back to the drawing board. Economy in a little bit of a rough spot. We see a couple rifles coming in, but again, now a chance for Ephrata to extend that lead.
Yeah, and they have a really good opportunity here to try and get that lead a little bit bigger. 3 rounds is nothing to scoff at, but it's definitely not as safe of a lead as I personally would like to have. I think, safety really only comes from a lead. Say you've got 4 or 5 more rounds on the other team. You can afford, a slip up, a mishap, maybe a save round, or you just end it quick. But looks like Walla looking to go in fast. It will be Monkey finding the first pick. And that will be good for Ephrata as they try to hold on to B site. They really don't have anybody peeking long. I do believe they have Cypher, Mango Tango peeking out. There will be an attempted use of util. Won't get anything out of it, though. We'll bait out the shot at the very least so they know that Cypher is here. They know what weapon he has. Taken down by Mango Tango. Monkey tries to peek out. Got a little too greedy. Will not find the pick. Now Omen going down. Sharky able to find it. It's 4v3, and what was just recently an advantageous position for Ephrata has turned into something that's going to be a little bit bothersome to deal with.
Yeah, Sharky only had a classic. Catches Omen on the flank, upgrades to the Vandal here. Peak Record spots 1, shots don't quite connect. Now on a 4v3, though, the advantage. Favoring Walla. Decoy out, pops no blind here as well, but it's Sleek Swing from elbow to find the first pick on to Sharky. And now we're back to a 3v3. Neon has this ult. It's deadly, the point and click style. We'll see another fast rotation coming in from Walla. We'll have to wait and see if it pays off this time.
Yeah, no, they're just going to stick the plant here. No reason to not. They have good positioning, and it looks like they're just going to be planting it for a shower. Maybe the portal area playing on that crate will be a good position to have. I believe this is Brim peeking out. Will get taken down. Pickle Lover tries to find the pick, and now it's a double kill for Peak Record as they find the 2 picks. One just tries to swing out the corner, but isn't able to really find a good angle. And now with nobody really left to contest the site, it's just going to be a free defuse. Mango Tango tries to peek out and find the pick onto Jake, or find any pick there, really, but there will be nothing, and that will be Ephrata going 7-3. Now you've got a little bit more of a comfortable lead.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough there. Walla finds another good plant as well, but it's that post-plant positioning. We see them peeking toward heaven when they don't have to peek. You need to really kind of allow them to pressure. You get the opportunity now to hold those angles if you so choose so, but I'm feeling confident. You love to see it. Walla certainly has been putting up a fight, but now things starting to slip away, and Ephrata has guaranteed themselves a minimum of a winning half.
Yeah, and I mean, winning the half here is going to be very, very, very good. I mean, again, that round safety net, that cushioning of, maybe losing a couple of rounds is kind of set aside. 2 picks very early on from the side of Walla. We have Peak Record, I believe, spawning for info here. We'll go back. They get a lot of good info for the players pushing in onto a site, but they have no positioning on it. Smokes come in, very good smokes, I should add, completely blocking sight from anywhere that would be a strong vantage point for the side of Ephrata. And now Walla Walla holding on to site. I don't believe Spike has gone down just yet. They start the plant now, a little late, but better late than never, I suppose. No soul read through the smoke from Pickle Lover. Almost got the perfect lineup. Will go down to peak record as now staring into shower. Not quite able to find anything. That's going to be a pick coming from Lamp. I believe English got that. Mango Tango will go down as well. So it's a trade. 3v2 Ephrata on the short end of the stick here. And now with Monkey going down, there's only one man standing. Full blind peak record hiding inside of heaven here. And there's only so much he can do. Tries to peek out. Sharky finds the pick. And that will be another round for Walla Walla.
Yeah, Walla Walla starting to fight back. 1 round here in the half, left in the first half rather, and so 4 rounds on the attacking side is still a winnable thing. So I think anything extra really benefits them. If they can find a way to get this 5th round, look to win the pistol round that follows, they certainly could find themselves right back in it. You take a look at the other side, there's a couple Spectres in the mix as well, so not really an ideal buy for Ephrata other than that op that's in the hands of Jake.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess you could make it work. We have seen Jake do some crazy things with those one-shot weapons. I mean, we had that clip earlier where he got the nice 2K, and that netted out pretty well for their side. So early on, Monkey going to be concussed. It will get the free pick. Sharky finds the Elim. They will be trying to peek through window. They bait out a lot of gunfire here as Slink backs away, moving towards long, not watching their back. Could get pinched here if they're not careful, and that's exactly what will happen. Mango Tango finds the pick, and now they have a really good position to try and fight for the site. And with Jake being smoked off, as I say that though, smoke goes away, wall is up, and they try to peek through. Sharky finds Trail Mix, smoke goes down, they peek through, they find the pick on a Sharky, they find another one on a Pickle Lover. They both push through the smoke, but it's at separate times, so that nets 2 in Ephrata from a horrible position to a fantastic one, as it's a 3v1 and now a 3v0. Trail Mix with a 3K to secure the round. 8-4 in this first half.
First half done and dusted. Ephrata able to double that lead here as well. So sitting at 8-4, it's a nice commanding lead for them. I think this pistol round's really going to tell us a lot because, again, whoever wins that most likely wins the round to follow. For Ephrata, that could mean 10. For Walla Walla, it means they're only down by 2 and that much closer to tying it up. So I think it's a choker to check it point really for both of these squads, and Ephrata looking to power forward.
Yeah, and honestly, it feels like Walla Walla here, they're kind of relying a little bit on Sharky here. Nobody on Walla Walla has gotten over double-digit elims on that team. I mean, it's just Sharky. But if you look at Ephrata, you have 4 people at 10 or higher. So I think the fragging potential is much more rounded out on the side of Ephrata, whereas Walla Walla, Sharky definitely pulling a lot of the weight there. Now, peak record will go down. That is an early pick for the side of Walla Walla. And I do believe we have 2 in shower here, peeking out. Jake doesn't have the greatest sight ever, and now they have none as the Brim Smoke comes through. Small Gremlin pushing through Lamp, trying to find something, maybe just watch an angle. That'll be 2 down. Jake goes down. Now it's a trade, or not a trade. Small Gremlin is able to find Trail Mix. I thought it was the other way around, but no. That is a 3. Oh, my soul read from Small Gremlin onto Slink Swing. My goodness, it is a 1v5 situation. Could we see a round from Walla Walla where they lose nobody? It will all depend on if they check this corner here. Monkey hiding, waiting for the most opportune moment to strike, and they will get a pick. Pickle Lover will go down. Can they find another? They find 2! That'll be excellent for their money in the second round, but I don't think it'll be enough for them to really try and force buy.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it. Walla Walla, they needed that pistol round. They are able to find it. Now they need to make sure they solidify their buy round here where Ephrata finds themselves on an eco. They'll find themselves down by 2. If they steal the full buy a round away from Ephrata, all of a sudden you're looking at an 8-8 game. Walla Walla only 1-3 on the season. Ephrata 3-1, but they are looking to topple these juggernauts here tonight.
Yeah, and I mean, if you can do that, like I said earlier, fantastic for momentum. You know, going 1 and 3, you can make that 2 and 3 right now. Bring the Titan down. That will be fantastic. Now Sharky is running away, picked off by Monkey at the last second. And that will net them. Actually, it's going to be a trade. It nets them nothing. English finds the pick onto Slink Swing here. English still in the corner waiting for this Omen to push. Smoked off entirely. Can Trail Mix pull off what they pulled off earlier? They will get the pick on the brim. They peek out from the smoke. Will not find a second. English will find that pick now. It is a 3v3 on the site. Mango Tango playing around the site here, finds the pick onto Peak Record, now finds the pick onto Monkey as well. That's a 2K on the site, and I believe, actually I don't remember what this agent's name is, but at the bare minimum it's Jake who finds a pick, teleports out of the site. Mango Tango goes down, so no Cypher up for the side of Walla Walla. 1v2, much more manageable than a 1v3. Peeks out, headshot onto Small Gremlin. Defuse comes through, doesn't get the halfway, and Jake saves it 9-5. Oh my goodness.
Jake, he's been that CSGO player. He's comfortable in situations like this, and it certainly shows. Another big dub here for Ephrata. And we talked about it. You don't often win that second round. The fact that Walla Walla drops it there will lead to economic troubles. And now I start to worry for them just a little bit.
Yeah, there is a little bit of worry in my mind right now, because Ephrata isn't that far off from taking home the win here. It is just the best of one. So if they win this map, they win the game. It's over. Walla Walla will, I believe, go 1 and 3, and Ephrata will be walking away 4 and 1. So, and again, this kind of determines who might be making it into the playoffs. So again, these teams are going to have to be giving it their all here. And if Walla Walla wasn't locked in before, now is the time to do so. Small Gremlin will go down. Peak Record and Monkey going to be able to find 3 here, as Monkey finds 2 of their own, both headshots on a Pickle Lover and I believe Sling. That will be very, very, very good for them positioning wise. Player peeking in from heaven manages to section off. I believe that is the Cypher. And now Trail Mix finding the pick on a Mango Tango. It is going to be Sharky who has to fight a 1v4. Now a 1v3 as they find the pick onto Monkey. Hog goes out, can't find anything, I don't believe. Peaks heaven, Trail Mix misses the shots, and that will now be a 1v2, much more manageable than a 1v4 or 1v3. Hawk goes out, believe successful on, I think, the person in shower here. Will peek it, no headshot comes through, and now Jake peeking out onto the site. We'll get the pick onto Sharky. 10-5 here. It's 3 rounds away for Ephrata rather, to be walking away with this win.
Take advantage.
Whew, Monkey 16 and 11, Peak Record 15 and 5, or 15 and 7, excuse me. Almost everybody into double digits here for Ephrata, but Walla Walla, I mean, they have a ton of kills. There's been some very, very close rounds. I feel like the scoreboard really doesn't do it justice, but Ephrata has been able to kind of eke some of these big important rounds out. They find themselves now 10-5 and 2 away from match point.
Yeah, and I think if you're Ephrata here, you're looking to just wrap this one up as fast as possible. You want this one to be done. You want to be able to just head home with the win. So I think going in here, it's just going to be a little bit slow. Nobody's really pushing, and going to be a good time to take up some strong positions.
Yeah, we see Sharky beginning to pressure in, has popped the orb here as well, and again, it's all about getting that ult there. Those squids can be incredibly devastating. We see the bomb beginning to linger on site. Mango Tango with that camera, looking for some intel. Spots the Euro, and Sharky able to find the headshot through the wall. Jake fires back, has to teleport away, though. Avoids some damage, though, as he pressures back the dog on its way, but a nice smoke from Brim to alleviate that pressure.
Yeah, that is going to be a nice bit of pressure brushed off. Pickle Lover trying to find a good angle, maybe see through their own smoke here. Small Gremlin pushes through, but is taken out by Monkey. And now I believe we've got the rotate coming through from Ephrata. They're moving toward A site. They want to get this plant down as quickly as possible. Force Walla Walla to come to them as opposed to trying to fight into a wall. And that's exactly what they're going to do. 2 players rotating up toward heaven here.
Sharky looking to pressure out one below. They need to swing together here on the body system, but Fate has already spotted him. Sharky finds the pick with 33 health. Mango Tango locked in the closet and can't seem to get out. The deadlock util so good at preventing people from coming in. You need to try to pop it early. Mango finds the double kill, but it's now on a 2v1. Pickle Lover needing to press forward here. Has the help from Cypher as well. The smoke in line, and they know exactly where Jake is at the moment.
They're spamming through the smoke, will not find it. They know exactly where he is, and they know exactly where he's going to go, but there's not much they can do. Pickle Lover goes down. Jake is able to find the pick. I don't think the Cypher is going to be able to get away. No, he will. He will be able to get out of the explosion radius here. So 11-5 for Ephrata, and 1 round away from match point. This is looking very dangerous for Walla. They kind of have to play a perfect game from this point out if they want any hopes of taking this one home. You know, I've seen crazy upsets happen, so I think anything is possible, but it's not looking very likely right now.
Yeah, I think dropping that second round in the second half there was pretty tough for them. And we talked about how it was a little bit more of a defensive map, but Ephrata seems to be very strong on this attacking side. They've got a nice default pressure coming in here as well. We see 3 lingering toward that B site, but they keep someone toward the A here, drawing in some of those maybe early rotations if they can. But there's 3 posted up here on defense, so a great opportunity for Ephrata to pressure into the B site.
Yeah, magnificent opportunity for them to try and get in here, and with a pick in their favor, now 2 picks. Sharky finds 2. I believe that gives them equals for the game. Walla is able to try and at least start pressuring, or try and hold onto the site a little bit more confidently, bring themselves closer, you know, make it so that they can't take as sharp of an angle, see as much of the site on the side of Ephrata, especially being up 5-2. Omen is on catwalk here. I do believe we're going to be seeing Pickle take the TP. Omen full HP trail mix, peeks the corner. Small Gremlin finds a pick, but Jake trades it out immediately. Playing for the trade here, a bit awkward, because then you're fighting a 1v4, triggers a trap, gets his location revealed, and now player going up into heaven. They have a player peeking out toward a lamp, trying to check it, see if maybe Jake is playing in there. Sharky clears it, spots him. That's a good pick for them to have. That gives them their 6th round of the game and prolongs the match for a little bit longer.
Yeah, Sharky with a 4K in that round, now sitting at 25-12 with 7 assists as well. I think really speaks volumes for just how well they're playing. And you take a look at the rest of the squad, they're almost in double digits. You see Mango Tango with 12 there as well. So we talked about it. A lot of these rounds have been close, but they've just gone in the way of Ephrata. We see Walla get their 2nd round of the second half, but they need to string rounds together. It's not a great buy for Ephrata, and so this is the best time for Walla to start doing that.
Absolutely, and if Walla wants something to happen, they need to make that something happen now. They have to try and get aggressive, be more aggressive than they've been being throughout the match, especially, like you said, not a great buy for Ephrata. So they need to try and get some pressure on to Ephrata as early as possible, and I think that's what we're going to see here. But Ephrata seems to have a good position there, pushing in to B site. They're going to get the spike down here. Omen finds a pick onto Sharky.
Trail Mix has had a ton of success with this Bucky. It's something you don't often see, but that fire will be extinguished by Mango Tango. Pickle Lover from the top, not the best range weapon, but still making an attempt here. Will be found in toward Hookah. Shots from the Ghost connect as well, and now about half health is Brim. Monkey with a Ghost finds one. Slink says, not without me, or not as well. And it's pistols in hand. Ephrata steals another big round away from Walla that they should not be able to win, and now they go up to match point as well. They only need one more, and they've given themselves 6 additional opportunities to find it.
Yeah, and this isn't looking great for Walla. Like you said, pistol in hand is the elim that sealed that round shut. And again, it's only 2 people on Walla who have 10 or more picks. Sharky has 25 of the picks. I mean, I don't want to say carry, but they are doing a lot of the work. The rest of their team, admittedly, doing a great job with util, but Util can only carry you so far. Trying to peek out through the catwalk. Sharky will find the pick onto Omen. Trail mix overextends just a little bit. Traded out by Monkey here as they find English. Now Sharky going down as well, and then Monkey going down trade for trade as 3v3 on this site, trying to find another pick, and they will be successful. The rotate small gremlin taking the place of Brim, who is flashed on that site with an ult coming out here. They're trying to peek through and get something. Pickle Lover manages to shoot through the blob that is moving across the site. They get their 7th round there. And a little bit confused, I think, on both sides of the point, but they were able to get the round either way, and they managed to keep at least some of their players alive.
I was interested to see if anybody was going to break that cocoon for their teammate and bust them out of the deadlock ult, but it was not the case. There was no butterfly at the end to blossom out of that cocoon. It was just swift death, and with that, Walla able to battle back just a bit. They're hanging on by a thread. It's do or die, win or go home at this point. They now need 5 rounds in a row if they want to push this one into overtime. Again, Ephrata just needing 1 of the next 5.
Yeah, and Ephrata, I mean, they don't really have to take these huge risks. They can play it however they want. 5 rounds of security. They have plenty of time to experiment. I don't think the win margin is too much of a concern here. Just getting the win is what they're trying to do. Sharky finds the pick, gets traded out by Monkey. Now it's going to be slowing down a little bit. Ephrata, I believe, on the rotate here. It'll be a 2v3 as Walla is in a very bad position. Now a 1v3. It is all on Cypher to try and get something done for Walla here. And Mango Tango goes down. Monkey finds the pick. That will be the end of the game. Ephrata gets the dub here. And
Psych.
Just a strong performance. I mean,
there it is. Ephrata wins. we just wanted to, tease you a little bit, but no, Walla certainly winners in our hearts. They put up one heck of a fight. You look at that, 27 and 15 for Sharky. I think there was 6 first bloods on Sky, which is not a duelist as well. So certainly putting in the work, and again, 13-7 I feel like doesn't do this game justice. I feel like there was a handful of these rounds that could have gone either way. So really a great fight from Walla. Again, they fought a 1-4, but the fact that they played so well against this 3-1, now 4-1 Ephrata squad, again, I think just talks about how close a lot of these teams are within the Scholastic League.
Absolutely. And I mean, we see the kill differential, and I said it earlier, a lot of Walla, they had great util usage. They might not be the strongest when it comes to taking those exchanges, taking those trades, and just getting those important frags, but their util, man, some of that util I saw, it was very, very effective. And honestly, if they're just trying to feed Sharky here, get them as many kills as possible, it's an effective strategy. If you can play around your star player and you can get them to perform at the best of their ability, I don't see an issue with doing that. But you also have to have a backup plan for if Sharky goes down, you've got to be able to hold your own. And I think a lot of the rounds we saw Walla drop was because Sharky went down and they just weren't able to put a backup plan into effect.
Yeah, it was again, we saw them start to come back even after the second half, but it was that buy-in round, that second round of the second half, where Walla then began to kind of fall apart a little bit. But hey, there's a couple weeks left in the regular season. There's still time to get a couple dubs on the board as well. Big GGs to Ephrata on their win today. And I do want to shout out another one of our sponsors here, in that of Landfest. This broadcast is part of Landfest's Scholastic Esports program. It's a program that supports this league and many others. Since launching, Landfest has delivered over 300 broadcasts to Scholastic leagues in Washington and Indiana State. We provide these broadcasts free of charge to the leagues, the schools, and the teams that we cover. And it's your generous donations that make all of that possible. Every $200 raised covers the operating cost for one entire regular season broadcast. So if you appreciate the work and you're able to donate, please scan that QR code on screen there and donate today.
Yeah, and I mean, hey, if I had the money, I'd be forking some over right now. That's all I'm saying. That sounds like a fantastic cause. $200 is all it takes for one regular season broadcast? Hey,
yeah, that's
a pretty good deal.
It's not a lot, right? Yeah, exactly.
That's
and it's for the kids. Yeah, exactly. And it's for a great cause, right? Helping out the kids, getting to showcase and highlight a lot of the wonderful young talent that we have here across esports. So as always, we certainly appreciate everybody hanging out with us tonight here, though. Street Fighter will be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific as well. So make sure you hit that follow button so you don't miss out on any of that action. Before we get going today, though, I'd like to thank everybody behind the scenes as well, who doesn't often get enough credit, but Connie and Taylor producing the show, pressing the buttons, and making everything run as smoothly as possible. Of course, everybody hanging out in chat, the parents, the students, the teachers, we certainly appreciate each and every one of you. My name is Hot Sauce, the legend. To my digital right is Eki, guys. Take care and have a wonderful evening.
Spike down A.
Don't mess with me.
One enemy remaining.
My ultimate is ready.
One enemy remaining. One enemy remaining. Bam. Enemy down. Planted. One enemy remaining. One enemy remaining.
Again.